Welcome back to another sports podcast, everybody, because it's exactly what the world needs, is another sports podcast. We are the Sweaty Trio, and we're glad to be back in the locker room. As always, man, week 22, guys. We are doing crazy stuff.
We're almost half a year.
Half a year? That's pretty good, man.
We're here, boys.
I want you guys to see the effort that we're putting in. Make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on everything that we do. The more that you guys stay active, the more that we see that you guys love what we're doing. We can do more of what you love.
Yeah, and we're very easy to rage bait, so anything you comment on, we will reply to.
That offer still stands. You want to come on the pod and shit talk? Come on the pod.
We want to fight you. Honestly, if you want to get in the middle of the field with some gloves on, I'm down.
Let's go with Locker Box.
I'm down.
You hockey
The
helmets?
Sweaty Trio
Or,
Locker Box Championship.
You
Madness style.
You get a jug of sweat for being the winner. I want to take this moment to also shout out Cabby Richards, who's coming on the podcast in 2 days, man.
Thursday night.
It's going to be an unbelievable episode.
Can't wait.
We're so excited to have Cabby, and we want to thank Cabby for coming on, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, shout out to that, man. Legend.
Boys, Father's Day was this weekend. You guys make sure to take time to thank your daddy.
Yep.
Of course.
I called Josh Allen and I said, thanks, Papa.
You called Patrick Mahomes and said, thanks, Papa.
No.
I heard you guys went golfing.
Yeah, dude, my mom beat us.
That's sick.
Me, Michael, my dad, and my mom went.
Shout out
my
April.
My mom beat us.
That smashed
Straight up.
us.
She straight up beat us. No strokes. She straight up beat us.
What'd she shoot?
She shot 89. I shot 91.
I've never broke 90.
She had three
That's
pars
wild.
back to back to back on the back nine.
That's so sick.
She was rolling, man. But we got to tell the story of, what was it, like the sixth hole, maybe?
Sixth green, yeah.
I'll let you had a better POV, so I'll let you tell
So
it.
yeah, so I'm standing on the green and my dad's chipping onto the green. Absolutely skull fucks his ball like right into the woods. Like hammers this ball over the green, right into the woods. He has his putter beside him. For those of you that don't golf, when you get out of the cart, you bring your wedge and your putter so that you can chip and putt, not have to go back. He puts his putter down, hits this ball 60 yards over the green into the woods. His putter is standing like perpendicular to where his feet are. He swings his club in anger and perfectly connects the head of his wedge to the middle of the shaft of the putter, and the putter, the shaft just broke in half. I wish, and he putted the hole with the putter, with the broken putter, and then threw the putter into the woods.
He almost made the putt, too.
Bro, I wish I had like a video of this. You want to talk about a viral clip on the golf course? Like a 62-year-old man in anger swinging his wedge and breaking his putter unintentionally, perfectly right in the middle of the putter shaft. Holy shit. It was, and I watched the whole thing happen. I was standing 10 feet from him.
That's so funny, man. Poor Carrie. Rest in peace, your driver, man.
And it was perfect, because it didn't snap in half. You picked it up, and the lower half of the putter would just sway back and forth.
It was hanging on by like what's equivalent to a thread of a metal shaft. It was so fucking funny. Holy man.
I mean, hey, we've all been through a couple clubs in our lives, eh? I broke a putter once. I think it was Leafs opening game. They played Buffalo. And Morgan Riley hammered a crazy shot with 40 seconds left to push OT, and then they lost. And I smashed my putter over my knee.
Yeah, I've broken a few clubs in my day.
I mean, speaking of, we won't drop the course of the date yet, but we got the Sweaty Trio open end of July.
The winner gets a jug of sweat.
Winner gets a jug of sweat.
That's going to be some sweet golf content.
That's going to be
It's
some
booked. July 25th, 2 o'clock. We will tease it as we get closer. Shout out to my boy and his course. But Sweaty Trio open July 25th at 2 p.m. Fully filmed. No holds bar. Jackass style. We will be having some fun that week.
Which one of us is Steve-O? Out of curiosity.
Well, it's whoever would do the worst things.
You.
Yeah.
Damn, that's so sick. I'm gassed. All right, well, let's get into some real sports, because golf really is a leisure activity at the end of the day.
All right.
Our weekly check-in with the Bengals. It seems like the AFC North just can't get their shit together. They love causing chaos. They love disrespecting players. They love making the game interesting for people at home in the offseason.
And they give us content.
They give us content. I mean, so Trey Hendrickson re-engages in some contract talks. If I was him, sit it out, bro. Let them trade you for nothing. At this point, what do you even want to be? It's kind of like, you ever got in a fight with your mom, and then you're right, and your mom doesn't want to say that you're right, and then she looks at you like, you're right, but you're...
And she forgives you?
Well, no, she looks at you and she's like, you're an asshole, but you're right.
Yeah.
That's essentially what Trey Hendrickson's going to feel with all this like drama. You're going to get your contract, and then what? You're going to go around looking at these guys who didn't trust you the whole time and be like, okay.
How are you supposed to play for a team that like clearly doesn't want you.
They don't value you.
They don't value you for what you are, and that is a very good defensive lineman.
I think it's like we saw Le'Veon Bell, him sit out. And I think it's different for offensive and defensive players to sit out because offensive players are carrying the ball, whereas defensive players are just trying to hit the quarterback.
I guess, but what did he have? He had 14 sacks back-to-back years?
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. 14 and a half sacks back-to-back years.
So if he sits out a year, I don't think he'll lose a step.
I agree.
He'll be fine.
I agree. I
As
think
long as he stays in shape, he'll be fine.
you see guys like Aiden Hutchinson come off these injuries. I mean, we haven't seen what he can do yet, but like, these guys can sit around and they can come back.
I think the Bengals are scared because they paid Burrows, Higgins, and Chase, and like they're gonna pay 4 guys.
It's the Leafs.
Like Hendrickson, and them. Yeah, they're gonna have a core 4 on a 53-man roster.
Core 4.
Like, they've kind of fucked up their whole window. We're not doing that, but like,
They were in the Super Bowl 4 years ago.
and the market's been set.
Yes.
Crosby got paid. Garrett got paid. Micah Parsons is gonna get more than either of them. TJ Watt got paid a couple of years ago. Like, Von Miller got a huge bag. Like, any big Eagles?
I mean, I don't know that huge bags. I mean, Javon Hargrave got his money with the Niners.
Fletcher Cox got a bag back in the day.
Back
like,
in the day. That was like, football money didn't matter back then, but.
But like the bar's been set, and I feel like every couple of years, like, running back market was good for a while. The safety market was good for a while. Now it's the quarterbacks and the D linemen and the receivers that are getting paid. Like, you got to pay these guys. These guys don't grow on trees. Those are game-changing, season-altering players.
I agree.
You have to pay them the money that they're owed.
Speaking of game-changing, season-altering players, Saquon, the guy who they didn't want to pay, who got paid, is now leading in jersey sales.
Is he?
Yes, let's go 2K. I
First
love
running
that.
back since 2017, and that was Zeke.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that. But let's get into some free agents, because some moves have happened. They're kind of...
They're like,
There's some pretty good players.
they're plus moves.
I want to take this opportunity to say, I don't know if we said this last week, Javonte Williams is a Cowboy.
Yeah. He's RB1, I think.
He would be, right? They don't have Rico Dowdle anymore.
Where did Dowdle go?
I think he might still
Carolina.
be free. Is he?
Yeah.
That's a really good 1-2 punch, actually, with...
Chuba.
Yeah.
Canadian boy.
Yeah, he is a Panther, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple moves. Dobbins to the Broncos.
I like it.
I think that's an upgrade over Williams.
But I don't understand what the Chargers are doing. Why would you trade Dobbins, who had a sick year, for Najee, who's known for not having juice?
Yeah, Najee's like a power back, whereas Dobbins is more of like an elusive pass-catching guy.
He's more of a threat, more dynamic.
It's a low risk for the Bengals. Like, why not? It's $5 million.
Broncos.
Or, sorry, Broncos. I don't know why I said
No, it's a good move. Cam Akers is a saint. I'm surprised this guy's still getting contracts, to be honest. But
He was fine. Where was he last year?
Texans
And Minnesota.
and Minnesota.
He was fine in Minnesota.
he sucked on the Rams 2 years ago.
Do you remember that week you picked him up and everyone's like, oh, why would you start him? And then he had like 3 touchdowns in that game as a Ram. And
He only had
won
like
the week.
40 yards. But he had 3 touchdowns.
I think, yeah, that's just like, that's not like a team altering move. That's just depth at the running back position.
Yeah, and then Shaq Thompson is a bill. You like that?
Yeah, they need linebacker help. And it's like they have ties to Carolina. Like Brandon Bean was there. McDermott was there. They always find like these Carolina guys. Thompson is like he's a depth linebacker.
Was he on the Bucks when Brady was there?
I don't know.
Or no, that was Shaq Barrett. Yeah,
That was Shaq
It's
Barrett.
Shaq Barrett.
Yeah, Shaq Thompson was
Yeah,
a
we had him.
Panther.
Yeah. On a much, much different note, outside of the NFL, but he's still a football guy. AB is...
Oh my God.
How do you get like? How
It's
does
our
the
weekly
situation
check-in
get
with
worse?
the Steelers.
So do you know? I told him. Do you know what the charges are?
No idea.
So it's 2nd-degree murder. Apparently, he got into a fist fight with some guy at a club or bar or whatever it was, and then it got broken up and like whatever. And then AB's walking out and he grabs the security guard's gun and shoots the guy twice.
He killed him?
I don't know if he killed him. Maybe it's manslaughter.
No, it was attempted murder.
From what I heard, it was
Attempted
attempted
murder,
murder.
that's what it was.
But Antonio Brown is on the lam.
And then he posts like a video of him riding a bike in Miami on the beach.
Yeah, because he's wanted in like Miami County, like that area.
Yeah, still attempted murder. He went to the media and said that it's overblown. The media's taken this and ran. It's not his fault.
I mean, maybe, but also maybe
No,
not.
he shot somebody.
Remember when he suplexed that girl in that waiting pool? Like, he's so fucked
He
up.
was naked in that pool.
Yeah,
He was
he like
beaten
picked
off.
up this
Yeah,
girl
he
and
was
like
doing some
suplexed her
amorous
down.
activities.
He's fucked, man. Like, he belongs in prison. Like, he will go.
He is a prime example.
He belongs in an asylum, to be honest. He needs to get the help that
He's so fucked up in the head. Like,
Yeah.
Remember when it was like when he basically undressed his last game as a Buck, his last game in the NFL.
He started throwing gloves
against the Jets. That was so fun.
Like, he's nuts, bro. He's fucking crazy.
Talking about legends, Tom Brady's getting a statue.
Deserves it.
You think so?
Yes.
I feel like football players don't. Has any football player ever gotten a statue?
Soccer football. Remember Ronaldo's statue? The memes of it? It was so bad.
It was so shit.
No, I'm talking about football, not
football. O.J. Simpson had one at his college. They had to take it down. Where did he go to school?
I think he went to Oklahoma.
Maybe that's where it was.
Oh, well, what?
I feel like
they
that may
take
be
it
more of
down,
a
though?
college
What did he
thing.
do?
I'm trying. I mean, when we were in LA, we saw the Staples Center / Crypto.com Arena has so many statues in there.
Kobe
amazing.
just got one, right?
Kobe has a
Jerry
statue.
West.
Kareem.
Magic?
I don't
Magic
know.
has one.
Did Shaq have one?
Don't
he
know. I don't know if
didn't.
we saw
he didn't.
Shaq.
But yeah, there's a bunch.
There's a bunch of really sick ones.
The
in there
NBA
on this
does.
row.
The NBA is pretty prominent.
Yeah. I think Vince Carter's getting a statue.
When we went to the Heat game, Dwayne Wade had one.
Yes.
There was another one. I forget who, but they had a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Vince
it's-
Carter's getting one, no? In Toronto?
He might be. I don't know.
He deserves it.
I mean, the Leafs have legends, or I'm surprised the Raptors don't have some sort of version of that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But yes, I
for
do.
Sure.
I do believe Tom Brady. As much as I want to hate him as a Bills fan, he is the GOAT, and he deserves a statue.
Oh, absolutely.
It's for New England, yeah.
Imagine Tampa made it
Assume so.
before. Like Tampa just made one before New England. They just beat them to the punch.
Oh, sorry, you can't do it anymore.
They put him right at the helm of the ship.
They like trademark a Brady statue. Like, nope, you can't have this one.
Michael, you had this in last week's schedule, and we didn't get to it. Did the Steelers mishandle finding QB1?
I fell down a rabbit hole again. So I have some context here. Let me just pull up the notes here.
Bring it up. Because the Steelers, I feel like, have mismanaged everything since Big Ben.
Let me give you some context. Maybe I can change your mind. I still think they mishandled it, but
You
maybe...
can't change my mind. But please try.
Let me try.
There's no way that you could change my mind. They literally haven't had a quarterback.
No.
A consistent
They had
quarterback.
who? Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett,
Russ.
Fields.
Duck Hodges. They had
There's another Mason
Mitch
Rudolph. That's
Trubisky.
good. Mitch Trubisky.
All right. So Ben retired in 2021, and they traded for Dwayne Haskins, RIP. He was drafted by Washington.
That
That
was
one was
sad.
sad.
So I just want to read off his college stats because he was fucking nasty. In his draft year, he had 4,800 yards and 50 touchdowns and finished third in Heisman voting. So he was supposed to be the guy. He unfortunately passed away, so we don't know what he could have been. So
He was with Washington, right?
yeah.
Okay.
He didn't really pan out. He was okay, not great. Just needed to change his scenery, and they gave up like a third-round pick for him, so it wasn't too high. And then they drafted Pickett, who just it was a complete miss. That was not.
I
a
want
great
to
draft
jump in
for
and say
quarterbacks. Go ahead.
Kenny Pickett only got drafted because of his fake slide.
Yes.
That was a sick play, and then they banned it.
Then they banned it.
Yeah.
And then the following year, when the Steelers drafted like 20th, we had guys like Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Michael Penix, J.J. McCarthy, and Bo Nix were all gone before like pick 20. So those were the best quarterbacks gone.
What a stack draft. It's
Gone.
gonna be.
Draft. And then the notable free agents like in the past couple of years who were kind of shit on their previous teams were Darnold and Baker, who are now currently balling out.
They missed on Cousins.
Well, they weren't going to get him.
They could have had Cousins. They could have traded for Jimmy G.
Jimmy G sucks.
And you can't say that they missed on May and McCarthy. They weren't bad enough to draft that high.
Yeah, but that's the situation, especially in that kind of class. You move up.
100%, but they don't. They don't.
I just want
Yes,
to throw it
they've
out there.
mishandled. Yes, they've
Just wanna throw it out
severely mishandled their quarterbacks.
I'm sorry. I understand that there was tragedy in the Steelers locker room. You didn't change my mind.
Not one bit. In fact, you just like reaffirmed everything that someone I believe is that the Steelers.
4 of those 6 guys were gone in the top 8.
Yeah, but that was a draft
trade
class.
up or you suck.
That was the draft class where you trade up and you at least or keep Pickett or not Pickett. Fields. Sorry. Like, why get rid of Fields? Keep Russ at that point. He's less money for the same outcome as Aaron Rodgers.
I want Fields.
I want
for him.
Fields.
Trade for him right now.
I don't want Fields, but I want him for you.
Is Fields better than Rodgers now? Right now?
Yes.
No.
I think he will be.
I think they're identically the same. It's the same situation, but Fields has a bigger ceiling.
I'm so excited for the NFL season and when we start to do previews and we see like Rodgers in training camp and it's gonna be funny.
He's going to bring his home ayahuasca.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Ayahuasca.
Week football. 12 more Sundays.
12 more Sundays. There's like 80 days left. Till
12
football.
more
Scott
seconds.
Hansen tweeted it. He's
Yeah.
like, see you in 12 weeks or whatever it was.
Dude, before we milk the NFL, I saw this tweet. It was like this guy tweeted, I just woke up from the worst nightmare. Doris Burke replaced Scott Hansen on Red Zone.
That's so
So good, man.
I also want to take this opportunity before we milk the NFL to say Nolan Smith has more sacks in his playoff career than Michael Parsons.
Okay.
Nolan Smith is better. NFL, you've been
No, he's not.
No, he's not. But
Unmilk. Yes, he is. Milk.
Jaden Daniels also has.
Wait, unmilk it.
Jaden Daniels has the same
Who,
playoff
sorry?
wins. Jaden Daniels has the same amount of playoff wins as Dak Prescott.
All right, remilk.
Milked.
Boys, even though the last two games the Oilers have lost, or last
No,
point.
they were down. Yeah, it was 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2.
Been a hell of a series.
It's been a great series.
One hell of a series. How would you guys?
But it's so reminiscent of the Leafs series where the Leafs win these tight games and then Florida beats you 6-1. Florida beats you 5-2. Like, it's the same picture. Different, obviously
Back to
different
the Leafs.
odds being the Stanley Cup Final. I don't want to make this Leafs, like, poor us, poor Leafs. But, like, it's the same thing.
Does it make you think about what the Leafs could do against Edmonton?
I don't even want to, there's no point.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that.
Yes, but this series has been incredible. Fuck, Florida is so good.
But I've never seen a team take away ice like
They're
this.
so good.
They play like an unbelievable. I don't really know hockey formations, but I guess like it's a 2-1-2 if you want to call it basketball formations, where they're running 2-4 checkers all the time. One guy sits in the middle trying to pick off a pass, and you have your two defensemen sitting back.
is high. 1D's high.
They don't have a weakness in their system.
It's
You
unbelievable.
can't expose anything. You just have to hope that you
It has to be. You have to beat them with speed. It has to just be. You have to take 2-on-1s. You have to make sure that those passes are getting out of the zone. You have to beat them on the pinch, and Edmonton's not doing it. Edmonton, with the two fastest guys in the league, are getting. Well, they got smashed.
Florida is just a dream to be. Like, they set the market. Like, look at last year. They lose Montour and OEL. Those guys go get paid. Now, OEL got paid as a 33-year-old defenseman with Toronto. Montour got 7 and a bit with Seattle. They bring in, like, Nate Schmidt. They signed Gustav Forsling for
Mikkola.
$5 million. Mikkola. Like, then they get Bennett. They get Reinhardt on 9.5 or 8.5. They get Verhaeghe on $7 million. Like, Barkov and Bobrovsky are the two highest paid at $10 million.
What's Marchand get paid? 5?
He's
like
6. He was 6
change.
with Boston.
Yeah, but he's only
But, like,
costing
that's
Florida.
not a Florida contract. They just
He's costing
traded.
Florida
Yeah.
like nothing
No, yeah.
because Boston ain't.
He could.
So
He'll be
crazy.
if he wins the Conn Smythe, he'll be the first player traded mid-season to win a Conn Smythe ever.
He deserved it. I want to ask this question. I want to say any Oiler, but it's just McDavid. Does McDavid still have a chance at Conn Smythe?
Only if they
win.
win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not if they lose again.
Do you think any Florida players have a chance if Florida loses?
No. No one's had a better playoff than McDavid
Draisaitl.
or Draisaitl. They have the same
Draisaitl.
amount of points.
Maybe Bennett, but even then, it's like not
I still
comparative.
wouldn't because McDavid last year was so far and away better than anyone on Florida. Bennett is not by far and away better
No.
than anyone on.
Yeah.
It's Bennett or Marchand. Maybe Bobrovsky gets a couple votes, or it's McDavid or Draisaitl. Those are your 5 players.
Agreed. I think I would give it to Draisaitl if the Oilers win, just because of that.
McDavid's gonna get it.
The sheer volume of the goals that Draisaitl's been scoring. What
He's
were
2
we saying?
overtime winners this playoff. This Stanley Cup Final.
He's the leader of all time in the playoffs. He's had, I think,
In a run,
5
Yeah,
or 4 OT winners. Unbelievable.
he's got ice, man.
He's crazy.
NHL Draft is set for June 27, 20.
We got a sick the NHL season will be over. What, they play Game 6 tonight? They'll play Game 7 Saturday if it goes that far.
So they get there.
If they get there, it'll be it's Friday or Saturday, and then the next what's today, the 17th. It'll be like a week of waiting. And then you have the draft, then free agency opens.
Yeah. Do we know what NBA draft is yet?
It's 25th, 26th, I think.
Nice. So we got
So
a
we
good
go, like-
week there.
Or it's 26th, 27th, and then it bleeds into the NHL draft.
Very nice. Very nice. We'll make sure to get some live content for that.
I think the NHL draft is going to be very active.
Yeah.
with
But
trades.
it sucks because it's not in person this year. They're doing it at the Sphere. It's like
Oh, are they?
in
Yeah,
Vegas?
what the NBA did last year.
Oh,
They only invite,
that's
certain
stupid.
players. Yeah, that's Vegas.
I mean, whatever. I'll
Yeah.
still watch.
It's cool to see like all 30 teams though and have fans there.
Yeah, and you get to see the kids
They're gonna
walk
change.
up.
They're changing it next year. They said like Batman said we made a mistake. Like you can't. The in person is better than like just inviting a couple of guys and having some GMs around.
I agree. Whatever you want to say about Bettman, like have your conspiracy theories about he doesn't like Canadian teams. He doesn't want to see Canadian teams win. He has been really good the last 2 or 3 years as a owner
Two
or
expanded teams.
commissioner of the league.
Four Nations was a hit.
Four Nations
Four
was
Nations is a
hit.
killer. If they fix
NHL
this,
back in the Olympics.
yeah, it's good stuff. He's doing.
He's gotten a lot better.
We're
I
getting good
hate
hockey.
him, but yeah, he's gotten a lot better.
Oh, he definitely gives Florida some greasy stuff, some embezzlements going on. But free agency sets for July 1st, so that's when we're going to see Marner sign with Florida or the Knights.
One of them.
Yeah,
Or
it was
maybe
it was
Carolina.
funny. So apparently the door is shut on him coming back to Toronto, but it was a Blues reporter that reported him.
Did you see the shit with Bieber? So Bieber was Bieber posted on his Instagram photos of chats with someone where he's like, "I'm fucking done with you. We're not friends. Like, this is not a friendship, blah blah blah." And everyone's like, "Oh, this is Marner." He unfollowed Marner on
Really?
Instagram.
Yeek!
When we're done here, I'll pull up the text. I'll show you guys. Like, I don't think it was Marner. Like, maybe it is. I don't know. Bieber's been doing some weird shit lately. Maybe he's posting screenshots of his text with Marner saying like, "Fuck you, like we're not friends anymore." Like,
Oh man,
If it is Marner, I love that for Bieber. Good for you, man. Fucking
standing on business.
little rat.
Who's gonna be more hated, Vince Carter or Mitch Marner?
Marner.
I said
The
to my
thing-
buddies the other day, I was like, at least Carter graduated.
The thing
That's
about,
exactly why.
Yeah.
I think it's Marner. I think because the Leafs just pull more weight than the Raptors, but
Yeah.
Vince did the Raptors real dirty.
He did, but Marner is also now like
He's also a local guy, which makes it 10 times worse.
Yeah.
there's videos of you in Toronto at home skating at rinks that other Toronto kids have skated in, and you're sitting there trying to make it like he's gonna get. The reports are saying north of $14 million right now for his contract. He's gonna be the highest paid player in the league.
Yeah.
And he also canceled his charity event because he's a little bitch.
I saw that too, which is crazy, man. It's charity.
It's nothing associated with the Leafs. It's just Mitch Marner
He doesn't
hosting
want to be
whatever.
a part of it. He doesn't want to be doing it as a Maple Leaf.
He's still going to be in Toronto, though, and it takes place in Toronto.
You think he'll still come back?
No.
Like in the off seasons?
No.
I don't think so.
Well,
I think
he lives here. He will.
I don't think so. I mean, why would you stay here and pay the property tax and all the other tax? Do you have to pay if you play for Florida, for example? Do you pay and you live in Toronto? Are you paying Toronto income tax?
Yes.
Interesting. Oh, we'll see how it develops.
Well, he started talking about Marner. We haven't even done the Leaf Falls yet.
Fuck you, Marner. 6 players from each country is announced in the Olympics, boys.
Yeah. So this was interesting to me. Like, Canada's fine. That 100%. McDavid, Crosby, McKinnon, Makar, Reinhardt, Point. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Those are no misses. All great
The
players.
U.S. though, Matthews is captain. They've announced that.
Very sexy.
Eichel, yep. Both Kachucks, yep. Quinn Hughes, yep. McAvoy, yep. You're only announcing 6. Why is Hellebuyck not on this team? Why is Hellebuyck not the first player on that list? He just won a Hart. He's not one of the 6 confirmed players.
I was going to say, even
That's
Brady
weird.
Kachuk, I feel like you could maybe sub out for somebody else. That would be
You could take
Hellebuyck.
McAvoy.
But that would be Hellebuyck. Take Brady Kachuk off this list and
You
put
know he's
Hellebuyck
going to
in
be there, but it is weird that they didn't
But that's
announce
like
it.
an honor to be like one of the 6 named Olympians for your country.
Yeah.
And now you're not going to put Bennington on there. Is he going to be the goalie for Canada? Yeah, probably. But he's
Yeah.
not. He didn't win a Hart. If Bennington won the Hart, I bet you Reinhardt or Point aren't on that list, and it's those 5 guys and Bennington.
Yeah.
But
Not
why
wrong.
did the U.S. do Hellebuyck so dirty like that? That's why I put that in there, because I was so confused by that.
No, that actually is pretty freaking sad, man.
And yes, they have Swayman, Ottinger, Demko.
No, but you're right. You have a guy
He's
who
the
won
guy.
the,
He's
Port,
the guy.
the Hart and the Vezina.
He's the guy. You want to look at his playoff woes? Fine, whatever. But he's the guy.
He is the guy.
He's
I
your
agree.
guy. He's your number 1. He's your ride or die.
Actually, maybe I guess because this is the biggest stage for hockey, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
So why
Yes.
would you want a guy who doesn't perform in the big moments?
I don't know. I just thought that was weird that they didn't put that in there. They
Oh, I
didn't put him.
agree.
They didn't put him on the list. I think that's a fuck you from the U.S. to him. I would take that personally if I'm Hellebuyck.
Oh, I agree. It's like you said, it's an honor to be named as one of the the first 6, and I guess I got nothing to say. That's disgusting.
Crosby's captain of Canada, correct?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he better be.
Who
Does
else would
Marchand
be?
make this team?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be
damn well should if they
pretty
don't.
much match for match for what the Four Nations was.
Bouchard's on this team now, though.
Yes.
So you
He's so good.
Yes, muffin on defense, but
Yeah, who
Well,
cares?
the Olympics are up. They're 2026 February. We'll do some mock stuff maybe around Christmas or we'll put together like our ideal roster.
Dream teams.
hell yeah, boys, let's get into how the leaf falls. John Tavares is supposed to get 6-year deal over $5 million.
No.
Nah, absolutely not.
Nope.
You get $5 million max. I would take the 6 years at $5 million.
I think that's even too much. I'd go no more than 4.5. 4 even.
I mean, well, I want to see his stats last year because John Tavares was good, no?
It doesn't matter.
It does.
He had 38 goals.
He had 70-something points.
That's really good as a 34-year-old.
But it doesn't... This is the thing, man. You just took $80 million from the Leafs and did nothing. Like, do you think... And you want to be here. Why would you not be like, listen, I don't need the extra... If it's a 6-year deal at $4 million, I don't need the extra, like, $6 or $7 million.
Oh, wow. Let's say no to $6 million. Half
Over the course of... What is $6 million over $110 million? That's nothing.
He's literally getting attacked by the CRA as we speak.
No, he won. Yeah, they're not moving forward with it, so he won.
He won?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm sorry. Tavares owes the Leafs something now.
I agree.
The Leafs don't owe Tavares something.
I agree. I do think, though, he can get, on a shorter-term deal, I think he could get $6 million, 6.5
He'd probably
somewhere.
get 7 somewhere. Someone would give it to him.
But he's going to sign here, and I think if True Living wants to be, like, the alpha, I'd say, like, this is your deal. If you don't like it, you can move at 35 years old by the start of next season somewhere else with your 2 young children and your wife. This is the deal you get. If you want to be in Toronto, this is the money you make. This is the term you get.
That's the way it has to be right now.
That's what Florida does.
Yeah.
Why are the Leafs different? That, like, True Living needs to be like, you get a 6-year deal. Fine, we'll give you a 6-year deal at 34 years old, but you make $4 million. This is your deal. You take it or you leave it. You let us know by 11:59 on June 30th.
That's what they did with Tanev. They gave him a 6-year deal. He's 34 years old.
That's $4.5 million, and he's way more valuable than Tavares.
Yeah,
way more.
What is, like, ideal term for Tavares? He's 34.
I'm even fine with a 6-year deal because the cap's going up. At the end of that, you can bury it, you can trade it, you can buy him out, whatever. Like, I'm fine with 6 years because that means you get less money. It's longer term. I think 6 is fine. I would like a 3 or 4, but you're not going to get that.
No.
So 6, whatever, sure.
I agree. 6 at 4.5, $4 million is ideal, and that's like even if he's a third or fourth line center at that point in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, and the cap's going to go up like
He'll move
15
down.
million. That's fine. That money is irrelevant at that point.
Yeah. It was a fun ride, but JT, go to hell.
No.
Just move on.
Go to purgatory.
I guess NHL. You've been,
milked.
dude. I'm so sick and tired of these fuck ass trades with 85 picks, man. Desmond Bain gets traded for literally a haul.
So if he gets traded for that, then what does Jaw get traded for?
They're not trading him.
They won't trade Jaw.
They're keeping him in Triple J. Jaren Jackson Jr.
So now
Dunk contest winner.
would they go out and be like, we can get Giannis?
Maybe.
The Magic?
We can get KD. No, the Memphis.
Oh yeah.
But who the hell wants to play in Memphis?
Who wants
Sorry,
to play
but,
Milwaukee?
like- Well, he was drafted there.
Who wants to play there? Like, why is he staying? Take the money somewhere else. At least you'll get more.
Well, he's,
I mean,
he's
it's
loved
the same,
there,
but
it's you're moving from a small market to a smaller market.
would that be a team ready to win?
So
It would be sick.
this is the thing I sent you guys that you couldn't see, but it's John Morant responds to Stephen A. Smith saying that players don't feel safe in Memphis. Stephen A. Smith says that NBA players have told him they feel unsafe by playing in a city like Memphis. Stephen A. Smith quoted, "Cats like Jimmy Butler and others don't feel like it's the safest environment. I've talked to local authorities in Memphis." Then John Morant replies, there we go. Talking about these Grizz moves is more talking about these Grizz more than these finals with these cap-ass sources. Instead of focusing on these performances, we should talk about J-Dub and Shea and TJ and Siakam and the series going on. And we say something negative about the city on national level. And then he said, "I'm going to be in that 901. Source, me." John Moran is saying that Memphis is safe. Breaking news, Memphis is safe according to John Moran, who has been suspended 3 times for guns. And throwing grenades. Fake grenades.
Figurative grenades.
I had to put that, I had to say that because we're on Desmond Bain right now.
That's pretty funny.
So Desmond Bain is now not safe playing in Orlando, but he's safe playing in Memphis. Sorry. Please continue with the regular schedule.
No, I mean, I want to just, if we look back at these other trades that were freaking 5 or 6 first-round picks, you got Mikal Bridges to the Knicks.
Not worth it.
Not worth it.
Not worth it.
PG to OKC.
Totally not worth it.
No.
That included
In
Shea.
hindsight, no. I think at the time, yes.
Ruddy Gubbert to the T-Wolves?
No.
Kind of. I mean,
No.
2 conference finals.
they got a little better.
You traded your entire future for a guy who averages 10 points and 10 rebounds, and you haven't made a finals. That is totally not worth it.
That's double right there, brother.
Oh, wow. That's
He's
what my
not
fucking
10 and
2K
10.
averages.
He's like 18 and 12.
Ruddy Gubbert averages 12, 11, and 1.8. It's pretty
I
horrible.
know how influencive he can be. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. On the defensive side of the ball. But that's totally not worth it.
How influenza he could be.
Influence.
Guys, more
He
deadly
shut
than
down the
a-
league. He has influenza.
Here, guys, don't touch your mic. Gonna give the world COVID. My name's Rudy Gobert.
It's Ruddy Gubbert.
We should have our masks on. All right, let's record the next week's podcast. Welcome back to another sports podcast. Because that's exactly what the world needs, another pandemic.
Back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Okay, so Gobert, not worth it.
KD to the Suns, not worth it.
No.
Harden to the Nets, not
No.
worth it. Like these,
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. These are franchise mode moves. These are like
Literally.
This is video game moves. This is fantasy moves.
Go up to Bridges. So you trade for him, conference final, lose. Paul George, nothing. Rudy Gobert, conference finals twice, lose. KD to the Suns the year after you make the finals. I don't
Nothing.
even think they made it past the second round.
They
with
didn't.
KD.
Nope.
Harden to the Nets. They didn't make it past the first round.
Did they make
Yeah,
it to
because
the playoffs?
KD's shoe was too
Yeah,
big.
KD's shoe was too big, about half a size, because they would have beaten the Bucks.
That's a joke, man. It doesn't work. I don't get it. But like John Morant said, we should talk about basketball. What's going on right now? I'm in 901, baby. OKC has been dominating in that late clutch points of these games. Every time the fourth quarter comes around, OKC just puts their pedal to the metal, and the Pacers just can't seem to get it done.
How about J-Dub going for 40?
He's nice.
Sick.
He's so fucking
So
good,
sick.
man.
Yeah, Shea's sick, bro. His passing is unbelievable. We talked about this before. Like, they're not even utilizing Chet the way that he could be
No.
getting used.
They don't need him to.
They really just don't.
No.
The way Shea distributes the ball, he's dishing. He's playing out of his mind, bro. Out of his mind.
He has a 197 free throw attempts in the playoffs.
Is that a record?
I don't know. I just saw it today.
Do the Pacers have a chance?
Yeah.
It's, 3-2 OKC now. Going back to Indy. Halliburton's hurt.
Yeah, how is it?
That hurts a lot.
Cam
that
or calf
Halliburton's
strain?
a lot.
When he's not... Yeah, when he's not the guy. Like, Siakam was really good last night, but
He's not a one.
he's not a one.
No.
Maybe like short bursts in like the regular season or like a game or two in like earlier rounds, fine. But in the finals, man, when you're going up against Shea and J-Dub is dropping fucking 40 on you, he was like automatic last night. Do you see that layup he had where he kind of runs in and throws it up and it hits the backboard and just goes in? And everyone's
That
like,
was a
how
heat
the
check.
fuck did you do that?
It was a heat check.
Like, he was nuts. He was so good last night. I think OKC's gonna win. Like, I think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna win in 6.
Think so?
I do. I would like to see both series go 7, though. I would like the NHL to be 7, and I would like the NBA to be 7, because I don't want sports to be over. Like, I love baseball, but I don't want it to be the only sport on.
It's playoffs too, right?
It's
Like
the
you want it to
best.
go as long as it can.
I don't even know what to do with myself when sports is done. Like,
Well, we do have, like, free agencies and drafts coming up, so, like...
but that's only so much. Like, August is dead season. August from like
It's just baseball. It's just baseball push for, like, the
That's it.
playoffs. And for you, like, we love baseball, but for you, like, it's golf and baseball season.
I watch neither.
That's why August is, like, cottages, and you're golfing, and
Yeah.
you're barbecuing, and you're...
Nothing
you don't
sports
care what's on
related.
Sunday night because you're watching like fucking HBO or something.
White
It's
Lotus or
HBO
some
season.
shit.
Yeah, it's HBO season.
It's
Oh.
HBO season.
Russell Westbrook is hitting free agency, boys.
Is that news? Like, is he good still?
He was pretty good on Denver this year.
Why would he leave Denver?
Well, his player option was only $3 million. he
So
probably-
what,
He
man?
probably wants more.
I think there was also that situation with the coach. Remember, like, I forget who it was. Someone was taking somebody out to dinner, and
Yeah, it was
Russell wasn't a part of it.
Christian Braun and MPJ.
It's because he told Mike Malone to get a tattoo of his own face, and he said, "No, I have a Nuggets tattoo. That's more than enough."
Wanted to look at this, though, to look at some NBA free agents coming up. I don't know if we've done this. I didn't know LeBron was coming up as a free agent.
He's not.
That's what this website says.
He
2025.
He re-upped with the Lakers.
Well, this website says LeBron is a free agent. Fred VanVleet coming up on free agency. Kyrie Irving coming up at free agency.
Is this not after next season?
It's 2025.
Okay, you're right. No, you are right. Because no, LeBron's is a player option. So he hasn't opted in yet. So technically he's a free agent. So you're right. Okay, this is actually a pretty good class.
Kyrie Irving is a free agent. James Harden's a free agent. Chris Middleton's a free agent. Julius
old
Randle.
Old boys.
Easter Island is a free agent. Sorry, Squidward's house.
Lakers could use him.
Malcolm Brogdon.
Miles Turner's a good one.
Duncan Robinson is a good one. D'Lo's done, eh?
He's okay. He's been on Brooklyn like 3 times now.
He didn't do anything in LA.
Remember that 2019 season with Brooklyn where D'Lo was like really good,
Took them to the playoffs.
The bench was always just like.
That was the year the
hyping them
Raptors
up.
played them in the first round. Yeah. 5.
Who's that old fuck? Jared Dudley. He was always dancing when they hit a 3.
Karis LeVert, man, I love to see this kid come back.
He was good.
He's been really
He
good
had
this year.
cancer, right?
Yeah. I'd love to see him come back.
He's still pretty good.
Dorian Finney-Smith is a good one. Dennis Schroeder. Honestly, Dennis Schroeder I kind of see as like he's a little bit of a Drew Holiday. Not in the same play style, but I just mean like when he goes places, they feel like teams get significantly better.
He influences them.
He influences them like
I mean,
crazy.
he's on like 4 teams this year.
Yeah, he completed the Rainbow Challenge.
Yeah, he did the Rainbow Challenge. You know what's funny is like Matisse Thybulle, right? Nice rotation player. He's going to sign for $15 million a year.
Yeah.
Leon Draisaitl is the highest paid NHL player, makes 14. I know it's different money. Like I'm not saying like that's just, but like that's mind blowing to me.
It is.
Like Chris Boucher makes more money than Austin Matthews.
Dude, the NBA money is like it's getting towards like baseball level right now. Like I want to look at LeBron's. He was getting $52 million a year.
That's his next player option.
And look at Shea's contract. He's going to get $76 million, or could get $76 million.
He will.
It's unbelievable, and they'll give him 10 years if they can. Like, is there a max term on an NBA
I think
contract?
it's 6.
4 years, isn't it?
No, I think it's
No,
5
it's
or
more than
6,
that.
isn't it?
Max.
You know what I do like about the NBA CBA though is if you like Luka for example was up for a huge deal, he'll sign a smaller deal with the Lakers because it wasn't with the team he was drafted by, or wasn't with the team he was on for like the duration of a contract.
And they have incentives, right? Like if you make All NBA or if you
Yeah.
win an MVP, whatever.
So I think you can sign 5-year after your rookie max.
Yeah, this is really cool. It says designated veterans can sign a 5-year deal, and rookies can extend up to 6 seasons, but it's max 4 and 5 year contracts. Which
That's
is really
interesting.
Boys, I think we've milked these leagues for everything it's worth.
Wait, we have our dream teams. Did you guys make them?
We do have our dream teams. Thank you
Got
for
'em.
reminding me. I did. I don't know if I made
Don't worry, haven't been milked yet.
Canadian one yet or World's one. I'm sure that they're all pretty standard. I'll just go ahead and read out my American team. Boys, I think I built a team out of grit. My team is, I think, my U.S. team at least is miles better than all of yours. I have
No.
at the 1, the answer, AI. At the 2, Kobe Bryant. At the 3, the kid from Akron. At the 4, Charles Barkley and the San Antonio women. And at 5, I have KG.
Nice.
In a bench spot?
In a bench spot, I'll take
You really got to think about it.
MJ. I'm putting MJ on the bench, 6-man.
All right, I got point guard, Magic Johnson. Shooting guard, MJ. Small forward, LeBron. Power forward, the best power forward of all time, Tim Duncan. And 5 is my center, and he's Shaq. Kobe's off my bench.
Wow, we basically have the same team. Point guard, I took Steph. Shooting guard is Kobe, LeBron, Duncan at the 4, Shaq at the 5, and Jordan off the bench.
All right, world teams. These are going to be interesting. You
Yeah.
want to start?
Sure. So my point guard, I took Shea. Might be a little interesting. Shooting guard, I took Manu. Small forward, only because he played it when he entered the league, was Giannis. Power forward is Dirk. Center is Hakeem, and 6-man is Jokic.
See, I went Luka point guard, SGA at the 2, Giannis at the 3, Dirk at the 4, Jokic at the 5, and Ginobili because he's the greatest 6-man of all time.
I'll be honest, Luka didn't even cross my mind.
No?
You know what? I'm actually going to get rid of
I don't
Steve
know
Nash on
why.
my team right now. I'm going to start Luka at the 1, SGA at the 2, Giannis at the 3, Dirk at the 4, and Yao Ming at the 5. The greatest big of all time. He's not, but we love Yao Ming.
The greatest Asian big of all time.
Is there any other ones?
I want to ask you guys.
Jeremy Lin, best Asian point guard of all time.
I want to ask you guys. Do you think today's, we'll call it 2005 to 2025, so 20 years, those stars versus 2004 all the way back to, call it another 20 years. Give it, what is that, 85? What team do you think would win? The 85 U.S. team or the today's World's team?
So, like, off the top, you have Magic, Bird, MJ, Isaiah Thomas, Barkley,
Karl Malone,
Stockton. There's your
maybe.
6. There's your 6. Those are your 7 best players probably of that.
Yeah.
Pippen, if you want to throw him in there. Versus LeBron, Kobe.
You could put Luka in there. You could put Shea in there. You could put...
Are you going just U.S. or World too?
It would be, I want
'Cause the
today's world versus old U.S. Because the NBA wasn't a world thing
All
in
right,
the
let's
80s
go-
and 90s.
Let's go quickly American team, and then we'll build our world team. And who's better? We'll
Okay,
do
cool.
A quick vote. So point guard is Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Just write this down. Go.
Shooting guard would be Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Small forward would be.
Clyde.
That would be sick.
I mean, you could put Malone if you wanted there, and then you could put Barkley at the 5.
David Robinson at the 4.
David Robinson at the 4.
I kind of like Clyde. I'm veto power. Clyde Drexler.
And then you put Barkley at the 5 or the 4. And then who would be...
Shaq's American, no?
Ewing. Oh no, he's not American.
Shaq's American.
Shaq is American.
Throw Shaq in there. Shaq and Kobe back again.
Yeah, I guess if you're doing those timelines, okay, Shaq.
All right, and then today's international.
So based on the last 20 years of international...
Last 20 years of international.
Okay,
Luka.
Luka at the 1.
Luka at the 1.
Shea at the 2.
Yeah.
He's going to have an MVP and a Finals MVP.
Yeah. No argument.
The 3,
Braun.
LeBron.
This is world, no?
Oh, you're right. Braun.
Giannis.
Giannis.
Dirk.
Yes.
Dirk's so too old.
No,
When
he's
did Dirk
not.
retire?
Dirk played in the 2000s.
He retired after Luka's rookie year.
2018.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then Jokic.
So what team wins, boys? You got
So-
Luka, Shea, Giannis, and Dirk.
Go 1-on-1. So Luka versus Magic.
Magic.
Shea
Yeah.
versus MJ.
MJ.
Giannis versus Clyde. Giannis. Dirk versus Barkley. I say Barkley.
I say Dirk.
One has a ring, one doesn't. Both have MVPs.
Dirk's more dynamic.
And Dirk was the best team on his team.
He was the best team on his
I
team.
best player on his team when they won. And he beat LeBron in Miami.
Okay, I'll give you Dirk. So that's
It's 2-2 right now, going to
2-2.
5.
Jokic or Shaq. Shaq is the most dominant center of all time for me. I can't not.
I think when Jokic finishes his career, he'll be higher all time than Shaq.
You think so?
don't.
But
Shaq has better numbers
if
than
it's a team game to whatever it is, 4 quarters, 21, whatever, I'd rather have Shaq.
If it's a 7-game series.
I was going to say Jokic. He's more dynamic. You got a guy who can shoot threes, who can pass the ball a little better.
These are also different eras. Like, are we playing these guys in the 80s? Like, do Luka and these guys go
It's
play
played
in the 80s?
in 2005. Luka was 6 years old.
So, like, then the U.S. team might struggle because all these guys can shoot threes and they're positionless.
That's what I'm saying, right? So like someone like Jokic can...
But if you put Team World in the 80s, they would lose. If you're
But
playing the
that's what
80s
I'm saying,
style
though.
basketball.
Because who in the 80s was international that was great? Like, how many really good world players did we have in the 80s?
It was like Ewing and Hakeem.
It
It's
was
all I can think of.
It's a
there's
U.S.
mostly
sport.
African players.
Yeah, it's an American sport. And they pluck their guys out of, like, low-income neighborhoods. That's where they thrive. That's where they find these guys. And that's who the league is dominated by. But now we're starting to see this huge growth in European players love the game. Asian players love the game. Like, there's so many
South
people that love
Americans,
basketball.
Australians.
Bocruz.
Cruz. Yeah, I don't know. It's such a different style of basketball.
Yeah.
It's so hard. That's why it's comparing eras is so difficult. Like,
Could you imagine how many fouls Shea would have? How many times he'd go to the line if he was playing in the 80s? Or if he was playing with 80s players today?
If he was playing in the 80s, he would get fucking stomped.
A lot of guys would get destroyed if they played in the 80s. Like, I don't think Ja would be able to do what he does. I don't think Zion could do what he does. I mean, Zion actually is a little bit more of a bruiser, but...
Yeah. Ja would look at Magic and just go,
was old basketball all that much more physical though?
Yes. It depends when you're talking about it. Like, our growing up, it wasn't so much. Like, early 2000s, it wasn't too crazy. But you look at, like, the Bad Boy Pistons era, It was hell.
We all watched the Last Dance, right? Like, you
Yeah.
could see how physical it was.
It was hell. It was like playing hockey at that point.
It was fucked.
It was pretty much a contact sport.
I don't know about playing hockey. I'm not gonna ever say that basketball and hockey are the same world in physicality.
No, I mean, I'm sure the NHL back then was probably like the NFL dudes just laying their head down and going crown into someone's chest. Boys, I think the NBA's been milked for everything it's worth.
Milked.
As always, we had an unbelievable time sitting in the locker room, boys. Today, we got a little less sweaty than usual, but it's always good to get a little heat under you. Get a little sweat
I got a
going.
hoodie on. I'm pretty
I
sweaty.
got like moist.
You got a little lukewarm sweat going.
I'm
Damn.
moist.
It's like when you're
For
sweating.
all
but
of you that don't like that word, moist.
As always, remember, make sure that you're liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on everything because we love seeing you guys interactive. We love interacting with our fans and our haters. Taylor really wants the box on this pod, so get in there. Put the
go.
gloves up.
He's really
No.
easy to fight.
Put your dukes up.
Let's go. I don't fight. I just chirp.
I also want to mention that we have Cabby Richards.
2
in
days,
a couple
baby.
days. I think that would probably drop. We'll call it maybe Monday. Give people a great thing to look forward to.
We could drop a Monday.
We'll see. We'll see. You know, you guys will hear it through social media. So if you follow us on social media, you'll see and you can stay up to date with everything that we got going on. We absolutely love doing this. We're so privileged and so honored to be able to grow the game in Canada. And we can't wait to do this again next week. Stay sweaty.
Peace.
Thank you.